Hey everyone, JB here, and today I'm very excited to bring you the first ever episode of Cracking Packs. Today we're going to be looking at Upper Deck 2022-23 Series 1 hockey, hoping to give you a look of what's inside this year's new flagship product from Upper Deck. For those of you who collect regularly, you're not going to see a lot of surprises in these boxes. A few new inserts, obviously a new design for base cards and young guns and things like that. For those of you who are just getting into the hobby, this is a chance to see, again, the flagship product, what you should expect opening a box of Upper Deck Series 1, um, and, the types of things you can be looking out for. So just a quick rundown for this year. The common inserts are going to be, as always, UD Canvas, UD Portraits, and Honor Roll, and as well as debut dates coming back. A couple new ones for this year. There's going to be the Center of Attention, Defense Mechanisms, and Rookie Retrospectives. Dazzlers are back again this year in both blue and pink if you're buying Hobby. And then there's going to be the same kind of wild cards on parallels for base and young guns. So exclusives to 100, high gloss to 10, as well as there will be some gold parallels of the common inserts. You'll also find clear cut parallels of base and young guns. And then there's some things that we see sometimes, but not always. We have Day with a Cup. We have canvas signatures. We have a new insert called Freestyles, which I think replaces the fluorescence from last year's set. There's also some numbered cards that come in a set called Population Count, and those can be populations of, I think 500 is the highest, and it goes all the way down to 1 of 1. So without further ado, let's break into this box and see what we find. So if anyone hasn't looked into it, the rookies we're looking for this year are mostly Matt Boldy of the Minnesota Wild and Matty Beniers of the Seattle Kraken. Owen Power to some extent of the Buffalo Sabres as well. And then after those guys, there's actually a fair number of guys who are not, marquee chase rookies right now, but I think have a pretty good shot of turning into something in the future. Guys like Jack Quinn and Marco Rossi, formerly Ottawa 67s, and then a few other names on that list as well. So let's just start with pack 1 and get right into it. So for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, that is what base cards look like this year. A lot more minimalist than previous years, getting rid of that banner that down the side from last year. Pretty nice looking cards, I think. And here's our first young gun, and it's Matty Beniers right off the bat. Pack 1. Gotta feel pretty good about that. So highly recommend, regardless of the caliber of the young gun that you open, you want to get those guys protected as soon as possible. Now let's see if we can get a Boldy in this box as well. Pack 2. It's an interesting alternate jersey for the Nashville Predators. Nothing special about that card. That's just they happen to have him in an alternate jersey there. So this is what the Dazzlers look like this year. Alex Killorn. Very similar to what you saw last year from a Dazzler. And for anyone who is new to collecting hockey cards or collecting Upper Deck hockey cards, what you should expect out of each one of these packs is there's going to be 8 cards. 7 of them on average are going to be base cards, and then you expect to see one special insert of some kind. Could be a young gun, could be any of those ones I listed at the beginning. That's not always true. Sometimes you will open a pack that just has 8 base cards in it. Sometimes you will open a pack that has 2 inserts. But usually you'll just get one. Like in this pack, a rookie retrospective. Nico Daws. I noticed from the box that I opened already, a lot of the inserts from this year seem to have this kind of rainbow foil sheen to them. Pack number 3. Oh, I guess this is the pink for this year, so it's actually a little more of subdued pink than it was last year. Zach Hyman here. And another young gun. Dylan Sandberg. All right, well, it was likely we were going to fall off from our first young gun. So again, for those of you who are new, you expect to see 6 young guns in a hobby box like this. Sometimes you get unlucky and you get 5. Sometimes, if you count the parallels, I've seen as many as, I think, 9 in a single box. Oh, and there's our first Upper Deck canvas. This is out of the common insert sets. This is always my favorite. I think these canvas cards look super nice. And this year seems to be no exception. Another rookie retrospective. Jonathan Dahlen. I'm not sure. I haven't read any reports that we're expecting image variations on base cards like we did last year. Last year, of course, they were not previously announced, so it was a bit of a surprise when people started opening them. I have read this year that some people have found image variations on, I believe, canvas cards, actually. So maybe that's what they're doing this year instead. But again, it was not reported beforehand. Okay, here's our first honor roll insert. This, in my opinion, is always one of the uglier inserts. And no offense to Robert Thomas, but I think that holds up this year. Oh, our third young gun. Toronto Maple Leafs. Is this going to be Abruzzese? Yes, it is Abruzzese. He's an interesting one for me because I wouldn't quite be as excited about him as I am about guys like Jack Quinn and Marco Rossi, but he is a Toronto Maple Leaf, which always means that if he comes out and has a couple 2-goal games, before you know it, he's the next Matt Sundin and his card value goes up. And this is the other type of insert you can find in a hobby box that I didn't mention, but you can see down here in the little banner there it says Variante Française. So it is a French copy of this base card. You can similarly get French copies of Young Guns. And I think you usually just get 1 per box, so we shouldn't see any more of those. And here is a center of attention, Anze Kopitar. So this set is all centers, unsurprisingly. And I think from what I've seen, the color in the background seems to just match the team color. So I've seen some blue ones, some red ones, some green ones, just depending on the team of the player. Ah. And here's our first clear cut, Jake Allen. I think the clear cuts actually look a little bit nicer this year. I think just the format of the card with just the small banner at the bottom here kind of makes them stand out a little more. But this is just a base clear cut. We're really looking for clear cut Young Guns. Still have 3 Young Guns. We should still have 3 Young Guns to go if we didn't get unlucky with our box. Oh. And here is another unannounced insert set. Fanimation. These ones are usually pretty sought after. You can see why. That's a pretty nice looking card. Probably not a lot of Calgary fans would be especially happy to see a Matthew Tkachuk Fanimation, but get these out of the way here. All right, back to hunting for Matt Boldy. No, we get our first UD portrait. I think I mentioned before that honor rolls are one of the uglier inserts. I think UD portrait goes in that group as well. Oh, there's second year Lucas Raymond. It was good seeing him when you opened a pack last year. Here's another one of the new inserts, Defense Mechanisms, Aaron Ekblad. It's a pretty nice looking card too. It's got that rainbow foil that I was talking about. And actually, I just realized that I put down this other pack when I opened the Josh Allen clear cut, and look what the next card is. It's another Young Gun, Valtteri Puustinen, not Matt Boldy. So just 2 Young Guns left, unless we're exceptionally lucky. There's another Young Gun canvas, Patrice Bergeron. And Lucas Dostal. Not excited about too many of the goalies. I actually do, maybe I'm biased, but I do kind of like Mads Søgaard. Really big frame. Hasn't had a ton of NHL success so far, but he's only 21 years old, so I'm not sure I hold any. And plus, if you look at the team, the Senators were icing out in front of him. Don't really hold any of that against him. So 1 Young Gun left. Could it be Matt Boldy? I think that would make this a killer box. Oh, and John Tavares canvas. That's what a checklist card looks like. You always get this split between two different players. The Young Guns will have for those of you who are new, will have a similar checklist with two Young Guns on it. I think in this set it is Matt Boldy and Marco Rossi. It's a pretty good combo. New Ottawa Senator right there, Alex DeBrincat. And a debut dates. So this is one that came back from last year, although it's a lot shinier than it was last year. Another Robert Thomas honor roll. Poor guy. I made fun of his card, and now they're giving me only him. And here's going to be our probable last Young Gun. That is not a Minnesota Wild jersey. Isaac Ratcliffe. All right, so 3 packs left, and probably not going to be any more Young Guns in them. I don't see any type of insert, common insert anyway, that we're obviously missing. There's another one of these UD portraits. Jonathan Marchessault. Oh, there's Cole Caulfield's first non-rookie card. Two down. I guess 10 down, 2 remaining. There's the other checklist for the base cards. And another defense mechanisms. This one is John Carlson. And so, final pack of the box. And it's a canvas. Dylan Larkin. All right, well, overall, I think that is not a box you can complain about. Certainly, I think getting one of these Fanimation cards, got to be happy with that. And we got our Matty Beniers, so one of our 2 premier Young Guns. So what do you think, guys? Have you started opening Upper Deck Series 1 already? Are you liking it compared to last year? I'm going to open the rest of these boxes, so if you're interested in seeing me do that, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can get a notification as I'll post them as I go through. All right, thanks for watching. Bye now.